Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann in hot water over dangerous pup. Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann are now in hot water over their dangerous pup. The RHOA alums are embroiled in a tumultuous divorce where they are losing things left and right. So a dog incident is the last thing that they need to deal with. What exactly happened? Read on for more details. This year has been anything but easy for Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann. They started it out by nearly having their Georgia mansion foreclosed on. Then it was about to go on the auction block before it was miraculously saved. Additionally, the couple owed over $1 million to the IRS, but before anyone could blink, they filed for divorce. Kroy accused her of having mental issues while she wanted him drug tested. Yet they eventually reconciled after all of that and the police being called. That did not last, and Kroy claimed he could not keep up with the home that he so desperately wanted. He soon started to lose cars and alleged Kim was not contributing anything from selling her goods. Now it looks like things are only getting worse for the duo. According to TMZ, their dog is giving them a literal run for their money. Apparently, a neighbor phoned the police after one of their pups almost hurt a child. It seems that the cops had also been called to report a leashless dog as well. It is unclear if that call was related to this incident. Yet the lady who phoned in to report the dog sans leash did allege that her kids were nearly attacked by Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann's dogs. She added the pup is super aggressive and never confined. There are actually two of them, Stone and Sin, and they ended up being featured on the residential Facebook page. Unfortunately, Sin has a history of nipping, having bit their son, Cash, 6 years ago. It was so severe, he nearly lost his sight. After all of this went out about Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann's dog, there was an eventual update. An insider alleged that Kim denies speaking to the cops over this situation. More so, the person who supposedly had this complaint does not live near them. Therefore, it looks like it may have all been made up, but with Kim and Kroy, it is truly hard to tell fact from fiction. Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann's once lavish life of luxury has taken yet another shocking turn, this time involving their dog, a dangerous incident, and an outpouring of concern from fans and neighbors alike. What began as a symbol of their perfect family life, complete with glamorous reality TV appearances, lavish homes, and adorable kids, has morphed into a mounting legal and personal crisis, with their aggressive pup at the center of the storm. It all started on what seemed like a typical sunny afternoon in their upscale neighborhood. Kim had been snapping her usual Instagram stories, showcasing her perfectly styled hair, designer outfits, and glimpses of her daily life, while Kroy tended to their children and the household. Everything appeared normal from the outside, but behind the scenes, trouble was brewing. The Biermanns had adopted a new dog, a large muscular breed known for its loyalty, but also for its strength and protective instincts. The dog, named Tank, quickly became part of the family, with Kim posting affectionate photos of the pup cuddling with their kids and lounging by their luxurious pool. But as with many things in life, appearances can be deceiving. Tank's temperament soon became a point of concern. Neighbors began to whisper about aggressive outbursts, barking fits that could be heard from several houses away, and moments when the dog seemed far too protective, even around friendly visitors. The situation reached its breaking point when a particularly terrifying incident occurred just outside the Biermann household, leaving a neighbor injured and a lawsuit looming on the horizon. The day of the incident was like any other, or so it seemed. Kroy had taken the dog for a walk, letting Tank stretch his legs around their sprawling property. But something set Tank off that day. Perhaps it was the unfamiliar scent of a passerby or a noise that startled him. Whatever the trigger, it led to Tank breaking free from Kroy's control and charging at a neighbor who had been out for a casual stroll. The neighbor, a woman in her 50s, barely had time to react before the dog lunged at her, knocking her to the ground. Witnesses later described this scene as chaotic, with screams and frantic attempts to pull Tank away. Kroy eventually managed to regain control of the dog, but not before the woman was left with significant injuries, including a deep bite to her leg that required medical attention. What followed was a whirlwind of outrage, confusion, and legal threats. The neighbor immediately filed a report, demanding compensation for her injuries and expressing fear for the safety of the community. Word spread quickly throughout the neighborhood, and soon other residents began voicing their concerns about Tank, sharing stories of near misses and uneasy encounters with the dog. For Kim and Kroy, the incident couldn't have come at a worse time. Already grappling with financial woes and rumors of marital strife, the couple now found themselves facing a potential lawsuit that could further strain their already precarious situation. The once idyllic image of their family was now being overshadowed by questions about their responsibility as pet owners and their ability to control an animal that many saw as a ticking time bomb. In the aftermath of the attack, Kim took to social media in her usual fashion, trying to downplay the severity of the situation. "Tank is a sweetheart," she insisted in one post. "He's never hurt anyone before, and this was just a freak accident." She posted photos of the dog lounging peacefully with their children, hoping to quell the growing criticism. But instead of sympathy, Kim was met with a wave of backlash. Comments flooded in from concerned fans and animal rights advocates, many urging Kim and Kroy to take the situation seriously. "This isn't something you can brush off," one commenter wrote. "A dog that attacks someone needs to be properly trained or rehomed before it happens again." Others were even harsher, accusing Kim of prioritizing her image over the safety of her neighbors. "Stop pretending everything is fine and do something before it's too late," another critic warned. Amid the public outcry, Kroy remained silent, a stark contrast to Kim's vocal defense. Some speculated that the incident had deepened the cracks in their already troubled marriage, with Kroy frustrated by Kim's tendency to downplay serious issues. He was reportedly looking into professional dog trainers, hoping to avoid further incidents, while Kim focused on damage control through her social media platforms. Behind the scenes, tensions in the Biermann household were reportedly at an all-time high. Their children, who had grown attached to Tank, were confused and upset by the growing possibility that their beloved pet might need to be removed from the home. Kim, who had always prided herself on maintaining an image of perfection, struggled to come to terms with the fact that their family's problems were no longer just fodder for reality TV drama. They were becoming a genuine threat to their safety and stability. As the legal battle with the injured neighbor loomed, Kim and Kroy were faced with difficult decisions. Would they invest in extensive training for Tank, hoping to curb his aggressive tendencies, or would they be forced to consider the unthinkable, rehoming the dog to prevent further incidents? It was a choice that weighed heavily on them both, especially as they contended with mounting financial pressure, legal fees, and ongoing rumors about their relationship. The once glamorous world of Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann was unraveling in a way that no one had predicted. What had started as a picture-perfect reality TV family, complete with lavish parties, luxurious homes, and an adorable pup, had spiraled into a legal and personal nightmare. The dangerous pup that had once seemed like a beloved addition to their family was now at the center of a storm that threatened to dismantle the carefully crafted image Kim had worked so hard to maintain. As they awaited the outcome of the lawsuit and tried to repair their fractured family life, one thing was clear. The days of portraying a flawless, carefree existence were long gone. The reality of their situation was far more complicated, and the public was no longer willing to overlook the growing cracks in the Biermann household. Only time would tell whether Kim and Kroy could weather this latest storm, or if their dangerous pup would be the final straw that pushed them over the edge.